John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton, and a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for game 2, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boog. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows. Coming up on the first pitch, and our pitcher in this game, Yuri Perez.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Ready to go now? Now it's the second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. The pitch. Not even close there. So we're underway here in game 2. That one misses, and the count is 2-0. Right through there for a strike. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Batting second, the right fielder.
And now the right fielder, Nathan Lucas. Here's the pitch, run around the go. Tap foul at the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. It's a pitch out. The throw, tag, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
One down, base is empty. That one not close, and it's 2-1. That's inside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Pete Alonso at the plate and takes high there. And a foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
High fly ball lifted into air right field. Clark hauls it in, 2 away.
Batting fourth.
Take a look at the lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in game 2 of the NLDS. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. So 1 left for Washington. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Joe Ryan. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, He is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
On the inside corner for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The line to kick the pitch. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He sends it out of here. And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And here is Ben Rice. Ball one there.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That's in there, and it's 1-1.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Next offering is down low. Started after it, appealed to third, and he held up. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that's ball 4.
Take it base.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Batting third, the third baseman.
So digging in, Junior Caminero. Pitch misses inside. 1-0.
1-0.
Rice aboard here at first with nobody out. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
1 strike.
A little bit low.
That's a ball.
And that one's a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
First and second, no outs. And now the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Swing and a foul out of play. First and second here, no outs. Goes down looking.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And now the DH, Hunter Goodman. There's the strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
There's the strike at the knees.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the dirt. Here's a 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Next one just misses. And it's 3-2.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Michael Harris II digs in now. First pitch, and he just misses. On the ground to first. Alonso. The flip to the pitcher covering. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. This is the National League Division Series on the show. We're in the second game of this division series. Here's Royce Lewis. Up and in, ball one. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. And another ball.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
And that one misses up and in. Ball 3. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
One strike.
Tried to check his swing there. Now it appealed to first. And he went around. That's ruled a swing. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball popped up. Holiday makes the catch, and there's one gone. Colson Montgomery digging in for the Nationals.
Montgomery.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
The next pitch misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Next pitch, not close, up high. 1 out, base is empty. And not close, easy take, ball 4.
The catcher, Augustine Ramirez.
Up now for Washington, Agustin Ramirez. Just missed. Missed inside with the curve. Montgomery leads off first with 1 away. That one misses. That's 5 straight. That one fouled off. To short, could be 2. There's 1. And that's 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Here's the left fielder, Cam Smith. Ryan back to work. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Flips the corner, and the count 1-1.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Fastball is outside. Just misses. And now 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now, Denzel Clark. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's going to be Jackson Holliday. Safe in second, and he easily steals the bag. One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. And that one fouled off. And misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
De La Cruz batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
A dive. Nice stop. To his knee. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. And here is Jake Fraley. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fraley in his 8th season, 31 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. Swing and a foul straight back.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Next is the designated hitter, Emmanuel Rodriguez. And there's the strike.
0-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Smith. Out. Number 2.
Now batting, number 6.
So the lineup flips over. And now up for Washington, Ha-Seong Kim. And first offering is fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
0-1 down. Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul. 2 outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field and makes the grab, and that'll do it. As we go to the last of the third, here's a big power threat. Ben Rice. Check swing, went around. That's strike 1.
Well, these players doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Caminero batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Upstairs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. And the sweeper misses. And that's down and away.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Line to left. Into the dive, and he got it.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And wow, what a great diving catch, Siggy. Statcast says that was a near perfect route, and it had to be.
But that's just a big part of his game. I mean, this guy's instincts just seem to always put him in a position to make special plays, and right there, he's done it again.
Stepping in, Nick Kurtz. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now it's going to be Nathan Lucas. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. There's the strike. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Flied to right his first time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Smith sizes this one. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're midway in the 4th. The All-Stars on top here, 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Hunter Goodman. And there's the strike. Fought off foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Harris in the box now. No balls and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in game 2 of the NLDS. That misses, and the count even 1-1. That one at the knees for a strike. And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a little bit low.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
One down, base is empty. And they'll do it again. Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at-bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
Next to hit, Cam Smith. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That misses. Ball 1.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
On the ground. Slings to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Perez back to work. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. And we're level. It's 1-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Montgomery stands in now and watches strike one. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
High fly ball down the left field line. Smith on his way over. Has room, and he makes the catch.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Ramirez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. One out, base is empty, and a run in. And we're at the top of the fifth. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. On the ground to third. Slings it across. That's the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jake Fraley.
Next to hit for the Nats, Jake Fraley. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. High fly ball out towards left center. Smith. And that is that. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even at one apiece. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. And we're back. John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom five. Denzel Clark. Outside low. And it's 1-0. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. A.J. Minter looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Buto getting cranked up as well. And the 1-0 misses low. Fastball for a strike.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, and jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Joe Ryan departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. They hand the ball over to a new arm, A.J. Minter.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming out. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Holiday in the box now, takes strike one. Runner on the go. There's the ball. And safe. It's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. gets fouled off. Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And that one upstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Runner on the go again. Heading down the line. Lucas sizing this one up. He's got it. And there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ellie De La Cruz getting ready to hit. Right through there for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
The shortstop takes the ball. The next offering misses. And the count's even at 2. Good job to fight that one off. One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Ellie falls victim to the K.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Right. In the box, lays off for ball 1. Missed with a changeup. 2-0. Clark at second with 2 down. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now 3-0. Junior Caminero, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire bat.
First and second, 2 outs. Now here is Junior Caminero. He's 0 for 1. This is again 5 in a row.
1 ball, no strike.
Two on, 2 outs. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. That one is upstairs. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run! He sends one out the opposite way. It's 4-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Well, Boog, I feel like we're seeing more of this these days than we ever have before. You've got high velocities on the mound. You've got stronger hitters with really good pass to the baseball. So much power in this sport. Opposite field home run. I tell you what, I feel like I see at least one every day, and that was an incredible job to keep that ball fair.
And now here is Nick Kurtz.
1-0.
2 outs, base is empty.
Strike. 1-1.
Sneaks through, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now
it's the DH, Hunter Goodman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
1-1.
Two outs. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. Fraley going back for it. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 4-1. We're in the second game of this division series. And now the DH, Emmanuel Rodriguez. Check swing, he held up. And that is ball 1. Ripped to first, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Hesung Kim digging in for the Nationals. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Digging in, Nathan Lucas. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That one misses. 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the NLDS. Into center and a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you...
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Buto.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Activity in the Washington bullpen. Edgar Domingo looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Lucchesi also getting ready. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the left fielder, Cam.
Now here is Cam Smith. Caputo, 28 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Yoan. Smith tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around. Rule to swing. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. And that one is downstairs. 2-2. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Now batting.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Denzel Clark. He's 2 for 2. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A solo shot, and they boost their lead. It's 5-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So up next, Jackson Holiday. 0 for 2 in this one. And takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one fouled off. That's in for a strike at 95.
1 ball,
and the count 1-2. On the ground, right side. Toss to Alonso. Inning over. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 5-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Trent Grisham. Garrett Clevenger gets the call from the pen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That's in for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
And the sweeper is off the plate. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Line drive, fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter,
up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Colson Montgomery digging in for the Nationals. First pitch just misses. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-2. Stays alive.
Ball. 2-2.
Makes the grab. 2 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Ramirez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that's in for a strike. Next offering misses, and the count 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the late stages of game 2. That one down the line, and foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nationals lead 1. They're down here 5-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joey Lucchesi. And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch misses. Lucchesi fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. Strike 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The shortstop takes a ball.
2-2. That's a ball. 3-2.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And now Ben Rice. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Snap throw to first. Dives back and he's out. That one outside. 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-1.
Ground ball, Alonso. Steps on first for the out.
The third baseman, number 13, Junior Caminero.
Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here, Boog.
Inside. And that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. That's off the mark. 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Draws the walk there.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Man at first. And here's the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. 1 for 3. And that one is in for a strike. Caminero, the runner at first with 2 gone. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Chopper to second. Kim. And that is the inning. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. 8th inning coming up. And we're back. Ready to begin the 8th. Now the left fielder, Jake Fraley. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So now here's the DH, Emmanuel Rodriguez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Makes the catch. And there's one away. Ha-Seong Kim digging in for the Nationals.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Garrett Clevenger won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Ryan Baker.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
That smash towards center. Brings it in.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Nathan Lucas digging in for the Nationals. Late on that fastball.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Out there to center. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Edgar Domingo. Now it's the DH, Hunter Goodman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he takes a strike. Clips the corner, 1 and 2. That's down and in. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Brian Abreu looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-2.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Base is empty, one away. Here in game 2 of the NLDS. Checks his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. He held up. Darryl Parker with the call there. And that's in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one almost got him. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's the left fielder, Cam Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike one. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Grounds one to short. Montgomery. The throw to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. All set to start the 9th in this one. Up now for Washington. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Jurrangelo Cijntje.
Jurrangelo Cijntje.
And that one clips the corner. Cijntje goes 5 feet 11 inches, 23 years old, and he was born in the Netherlands. Close, but called a ball. And now it's even 1-1. This one in the air. And out number 1 on the grab.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
He's 2 outs away. Grisham, the next to hit. First offering, and it just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him looking. And they're down to their last out.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Now the third baseman, Royce Lewis. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
1-0.
And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Hit to right, and that should do it. Ball game.
Well, this was a must-win for this team. Game 2 of the series at home after dropping Game 1. They win it today. They feel a lot better heading to the next ballpark for Game 3.